What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. A different type of video than the usual videos you see on my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about how well will Kyle Larson perform in 2021. About middle of October, Kyle Larson was announced during the middle of the Texas race. It took 20 years to complete. Kyle Larson was announced to be driving full-time for Hendrick Motorsports in 2021, driving a 5 car, which is technically the 48 car. Now, Kyle Larson had been rumored for about a month or two that he was going to go full-time with Hendrick Motorsports in 2021, but we got the full confirmation during the Texas 3-day rain delay where he was announced to be full-time with that team in 2021. He will be working, of course, with Cliff Daniels, who was Jimmy Johnson's crew chief in 2020. And when I heard this announcement, I was extremely excited to hear this because this is the best opportunity Kyle Larson has ever had so far in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Before this, he didn't really have a great car he was driving for. Yes, the Chip Ganassi racing cars were generally not that bad, but Kyle Larson really did not have a fantastic car he was driving for. He probably had a 15th place car, and he ended up contending for top 10s on a week-to-week basis, and he was able throughout his career to score 6 victories throughout his career so far since the beginning of his career, including winning 4 races in the 2017 season, and then scoring 1 win in 2019 and 1 win in 2016. So he was able to score 6 victories up to this point. This is the best opportunity Kyle Larson has had, and there's quite a few reasons why this is a really, really good thing for Kyle Larson. Best opportunity he's ever had. Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick Motorsports is the top Chevy team whether you like it or not. This is the top Chevy organization. You look at the drivers they're going to have over Hendrick Motorsports next year. You're going to have Chase Elliott, who's coming off of a championship in 2020. You're going to have Alex Bowman, who's starting to really come in his prime. And you're going to have William Byron, who's really been also getting a little bit better, though he didn't have as good of a year in 2020 as he did in 2019, even though he did score a win. He still had a pretty good year himself. And then you're going to have Kyle Larson. You're going to have not just one really good driver, in my opinion, but 2 really, really strong drivers to help a guy like William Byron, also help a guy like Alex Bowman. So what are my expectations 100% for Kyle Larson? How well do I think he is going to perform in the 2021 season? I really think Kyle Larson in 2021 is going to have a career season in a lot of ways. I think he'll score at least 3 or 4 wins in the 2021 season. I think he's going to be up front for a majority of the year. I know a lot of people are going to think, oh, Kyle Larson's driving for top 2 and he's going to struggle like Matt Kenseth did. Let's just remember that when Matt Kenseth came back, he had not raced in NASCAR since 2018 when he didn't have this package, and Matt Kenseth was driving a car that Kyle Larson drove, which is way different than what Matt Kenseth was driving. Yes, Kyle Larson probably might struggle at the early portion of the year because, again, he hasn't driven since Phoenix, but let's remember that he has driven the high downforce and the low downforce packages. That's not like the same thing as the Matt Kenseth situation. Let's just not think about that for 2 seconds before everyone starts getting frustrated about that. Anyway, what are my expectations for Kyle Larson? Like I said, I think it's 3 or 4 wins in the 2021 season, and I think he'll have career numbers in top 5s, top 10s, and I wouldn't be surprised, especially if we do random draws, he might also get some polls as well, maybe. We'll have to see. I don't think he'll do as good on the road courses. He's been all right on the road courses, and if he didn't mind knowledge, but he's really never been that great. We'll have to see how he does there. On the short tracks, though, is where I think he's going to be super, super strong, especially at the Bristol Dirt Race, which I predict is one of his wins that he will get in 2021. The reason I think that he will do very well at the Bristol Dirt Race is he's not only going to have possibly the best car in the field, driving the 5 car, which is the same car that Jimmy Johnson drove last year, but he also is really, really good at dirt racing. We've seen how good he is in the dirt. He won the Chili Bowl in 2020. He's won many, many dirt races in his NASCAR career. I mean, he just won a late model race, and in 2020, he was able to win like 40 of like 82 or 83 races in 2020. He won a lot of races, like half the races he ran. He won a lot of races, including a couple late model races in the dirt series in 2020. I mean, he's also, like I said, good at dirt racing. So he's probably going to be really good there. He's also a very good short track racer, He's been very, very good, especially with the 750 horsepower package, which is where he's gotten pretty much all of his wins in his career, even with Michigan, back in 2016 and 2017. Even though those are now 550 horsepower package races, those are 750 horsepower package race back then before they reduced the 550 horsepower package for those. So I expect Kyle Larson to be a contender at least in the short tracks. That's like tracks like Bristol. Martinsville is a little iffy. Larson historically has never been that great at Martinsville. He's been okay, but he's been nothing special. Bristol night race, I think he'll contend. He's usually been a really good contender in the Bristol night race, so I think he'll run up well up there. Richmond's a little iffy as well. I think he'll run decent in Richmond, but I'll have to see what happens with that. And then, of course, Dover, which is a mile you maybe consider short track. I really can't myself consider it. He'll probably run well at Dover. He won there the last time he raced at Dover himself, so I think he'll do really well there. Phoenix, historically, is really good. I think he'll do pretty well there. Again, I think his mile and a half program, he's really good. If the wall does come into play, especially with 70 horsepower package, I think it will be able to come to play. Larson will be really, really strong. He's good at Darlington. So there's a lot of tracks where I look at Kyle Larson. I think Kyle Larson will win at 3 racetracks in 2021. I think he scores a win at Homestead, the Bristol Dirt Race, and I'm trying to remember, and I can't remember exactly the other race he won. I think he's going to get at least 3 or 4 wins in 2021. He's going to be a contender. And I also do believe that Kyle Larson will end up scoring, making it at least to the round of 8. I don't know if he'll make it to the championship 4. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, I really don't know if Kyle Larson will make it to the championship 4 in 2021. But I think by the end of this year, he'll at least be a contender for the round of 8. He'll be really fast. He's going to get, I think, a lot of stage points this year. And I also think he'll collect quite a few playoff points. He might surprise me. He might end up making the championship 4 along with Chase Elliott, but who really knows? Again, this is the best opportunity Kyle Larson's had, and I think really in 2021, he will have a career year because, again, Kyle Larson's a great driver, and I think he is a generational star. I mean, he's coming back from making so many mistakes, so one major mistake back in April, which really hurt his NASCAR career at the time. But he redeemed himself, is coming back, and he's really driven. He's not as focused on dirt as he used to be. His main focus is to race in NASCAR right now. And if you're driven at one thing, you're not focused on all other sports, you generally are going to be a lot faster of a driver and a lot more of a contender. I really especially have gained so much respect for Larson. You know, he went out and helped in the communities during the summers before he got reinstated. And there were a lot of fans that were definitely happy. And I think NASCAR took a lot of time, of course, to get Kyle Larson back in the sport because, again, they wanted all the headlines and the stories to talk about Kyle Larson, to create buzz around Kyle Larson because they wanted Kyle Larson to be more talked about in 2021. But again, I really think Kyle Larson gets 3 or 4 wins in 2021. I really think he'll be a really fast driver in the 2020 season. Yeah, I think Kyle Larson will be super good to watch in the 2021 season, and we'll watch, see what happens with Kyle Larson in 2021. So, anyway, that is going to be for today's special NASCAR video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications, so you get me notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links description below for that. And comment your thoughts on today's video. How many wins do you think Larson can get, and what are your expectations, Kyle Larson? Let me know in comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like it so YouTube can recommend more of these great videos out to you guys. If you do that, I will really, really appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.